Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Look what finally came in the mail. This took forever to get to me. We are gonna dive into this palette, so grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's go ahead and dive in. This is the Full Fantasy palette in collaboration with Lunar Beauty in Laura Lee, Los Angeles. A lot of people would say that this palette was very highly requested, which I think that it was. I feel like it just made sense for them to collab. They have a podcast called Full Coverage, which I listen to it every week. I really love their podcast. It's very entertaining. And I was actually really excited to see what they would create for their collab. They kept teasing this collection, but I was like, what are they gonna give us? I had no idea because I knew both of them liked neutrals, but I know Manny wears a lot of color, so I just didn't know what to expect. But when I saw the packaging of this palette, I was like, I have to have it. This is giving. I love the clouds. I just love the packaging of this palette. Lunar Beauty is known for, having moons on their packaging, which let me show you. I have literally almost all of the palettes. Here's one of the palettes from Lunar Beauty. This is the Eternal Eclipse palette. And there you have the gorgeous moon. His packaging is always stunning. Then we have the Strawberry Dream palette. Now we have this new palette that has a sun on it, and I just think it fits in with the world of Lunar Beauty so well. Also, I'm putting this together and I just realized the new palette is just a little bit bigger than the other ones, but not by much. But this palette retails for $48. This is the color story of the palette. I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is made up of a ton of neutrals with pops of color, but though I don't usually wear neutral shadow often, I can admire a stunning neutral palette when I see it. I already swatched this palette for the overlays for you. So just from swatches don't tell the whole story, but just from swatching, the mattes didn't swatch the best, but the shimmers swatched phenomenally. The shimmers was where it's at. I've tried Lunar Beauty's formula. I don't know if this is Lunar Beauty's formula or Laura Lee's formula. They didn't tell us whose formula was whose, but just from the design of the palette, I'm assuming it's Lunar Beauty's, and I do like his formula, if that is the case. I only picked up the palette in this collection. It did come with this little card, which is so cute. In this collection, they came out with a palette, 2 lipsticks, a brush set, which I wanted the brush set, but it was $70, and I was like, no, I cannot do that. And then we have a blush palette, which I decided to skip out on because I could only use maybe 2 out of the 6 shades in here. So I skipped out on that and just got the palette, but I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna create an eye look. I have literally been contemplating what I wanted to play with. I don't know. I know I'm looking crazy right now. I'm wearing a new blush that I'm testing out today, which is really stunning. I'm currently doing a wear test of the new Vanessa Myricks Yummy Skin. So that is what I have on my face. I feel like I really want to play with the purples and the greens. That's just what I'm drawn to. They're just beautiful. I'm gonna start off with this shade right here called Lanny. I'm gonna start by placing this. I think I'm gonna keep this more so in the outer corner, just to add that depth into this look. I like to start with my deeper shades first for some reason. I don't know why, but I usually do. I just start with the deepest shades and then I kind of, add in the rest. But I don't want to do anything too dramatic. I just want to do something really cute. This matte is very pigmented, and I love that the matte that you see in the pan is exactly what you get on the eyes. So that is nice. That shadow blended out so beautifully. I'm gonna take another brush. I'm gonna go into this green shade right here called Trivia. I have been eyeing this shade. It's so pretty. So I'm just gonna take that and I'm gonna see if this shows up on my skin tone. And I'm just gonna place this here. I don't know if it's like bright enough for what I thought I wanted to do, but I'm gonna try to see if this will build up. And if not, I'll probably just go back into that purple shade. I feel like it's not showing up as well as I thought it was going to. Yeah, it's not showing up as well as I thought. Okay, I'm gonna take the shade What's Going On instead and see if that's gonna give me what I thought. It might not. I might just have to go in with what I wanted. I feel like it's kind of getting a little muddy. here. I might just end up taking, I don't know. That means it's okay. Is it my favorite? No. Okay, I can work with that. I can work with those two shades. There is a lot of kick up in the pan, but that doesn't really bother me. But if it bothers you, I just wanted to let you know that there is a lot of kick up in the pan. Now, I want to play with the shimmers. I'm definitely going to use this shade, Full Fam. Definitely. So I'm going to actually place that on the center lid. Ooh, wow. Look at the shimmers are so beautiful. Look at that. That is stunning. I'm just gonna spread it out with a brush. Ooh, that would be really pretty just like all over the lid, but we're just gonna keep it like this. And also this shade feels really, really creamy in the pan as well. So that is nice. Look at that. That is just beautiful. I love that. Then I want to take some of this green called Mora. Ooh, that is pretty. And I'm just going to see how this looks right here in the front. And then just blending that into that pinky shade I put down. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty little moment there. Also did not wet my brushes. So these shimmers have this intense sparkle and shine without a wet brush. So that is something to keep in mind. I do love the fact that they put a black shadow in this palette. Not every palette needs a black, but I like having it in here to add a little bit more depth to this look, which makes this palette really easy to create deeper type of looks. So because they put a black in here, we're going to use the black. I'm going to take some of the shade that is called Break Time. And I'm just going to run this on my lash line. And I'm going to keep it in the outer corner just to kind of help to smoke it out just a little bit more. Like just to make it a little bit more smoky out there. I feel like the black just takes the look to the next level. And I'm really here for it. That black is very pigmented as well. So for the lower lash line, I'm just going to go back into the shade Lanny, which is that very first shade that we put down, because I want to tie this shade back into the look. This look is very much giving fall. Here's the look all complete, and I really like how this came out. After using this palette, I feel like this is perfect for the fall. It's such a beautiful fall color story. I don't know if that was the intention. I personally wish that there were deeper transition shades. I feel like there are about there's 3 transition, 4. I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's 4 transition shades, but all 4 of them low-key lean kind of cool toned. I wish that there was just a deeper, maybe like a deep brown in here that was a transition shade that I could personally use. I feel like every time I need a transition shade, I most likely would have to go into this one or this one, but both of those are still on the lighter side. It's not enough. I wish that there was more of like a mid-toned transition shade for deeper complexions, but I do appreciate there being a black in this palette and a really deep burgundy. I also appreciate the light shimmers, the mid-tone shimmers, and then the deep shimmers that we have in this palette. Overall, I feel like this color story is absolutely beautiful. They killed it with this collaboration. I feel like the palette performed really beautifully. I think the shimmers really is what stole the show for me. I will definitely keep reaching for this palette, especially for the shimmers, because they are so beautiful and so eye-catching. And I know that this is a palette that I will be using a lot in the fall. Overall, I enjoyed this palette. I enjoy my look. I feel like this is also a great everyday palette as well. You also have your pops of color in this palette, and I'm definitely going to keep reaching for it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you picking up this palette? Are you skipping out on this palette? And I'll definitely catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys!